Hello, my name is Danielle Shaw Jones from Jackson, Tennessee. I teach BioSTEM, biology, computer science.
And hi, my name is Cedric Jacobson. I am in Boston, Massachusetts. I teach AP Biology and Advanced Chem Lab. We're here today to talk about our reset lesson plan about French filters. The first section here lists an extensive number of materials that we'll use during the lab. You can review that at your leisure. If we scroll down, you'll take a look at the standards that we cover through this lesson plan. The three big next-gen science standards focus on designing solutions to big problems, evaluating and refining those solutions, and then being able to communicate scientific findings. There are a number of math and ELA Common Core connections that you can see listed in detail here in the lesson plan. More specifically, though, if we think about the lesson objectives, we are having students develop critical thinking and problem-solving skills specifically through this lens of water management. We will also think about the behavior of water in different conditions, for example, like saturated versus a well-drained system. Students will also design and build a functional French drain model. Then they'll work to evaluate the effectiveness of that solution based on a number of different factors. They'll be doing a little bit of math to assess the efficacy of optimization attempts. And then finally, we'll work on communicating that data to their peers.
All right, in our next section, we talk about the career connections. I was able to work with a scientist at ERDIC in Vicksburg, Virginia. His information is listed below, as well as the career connection. So the next stage in our process was talking about how to engage our students. One way that I decided to engage my students, as well as my cohort here, we were thinking about areas around us that had problems with flooding and things like that. With the career connection that we had, we decided to look into French drainage systems. If you look here, there are videos about areas in Jackson, where I'm from, that have issues with drainage, and we were trying to figure out ways to solve this problem. With exploration, the students were able to go through, look at ways to set up the actual French drainage system to be beneficial in their community. We talk about design. We talk about things that they were able to do that could actually help to them to build. We give them a diagram for kind of showing a sample of how the French drainage system could be set up, as well as ways that students can actually go through and test the systems themselves. Now, if we go down a little bit farther, we'll go into the explanation section, and we'll talk a little bit about how the students understand the basics in their observations that they went through for the designs, and exactly how the French drainage system can be used on a smaller scale, and then eventually, hopefully, put back on a bigger scale. Where it can be used in the backyard and things like that, the materials that they can use, as well as the vocabulary. From there, we get to our elaborate section.
And in the elaborate section of this lesson sequence, as is common for all elaborate sections, the goal is to apply our understandings in new situations. And those new situations force us either to develop deeper understanding or broader understanding of how our system works in the bigger picture. And we're doing that here through a number of different activities. First, students work to optimize their drain. Then they explore, what happens if a draining system is clogged. Then we kind of zoom out and think about real world applications and limitations of our models. And finally, we consider if different materials for absorption could function better. The final phase here is the evaluation. And at a very high level, students are doing a lab journal entry. There is linked here kind of the gold standard of what a notebook or a science lab journal should include. And you can see under here a number of bullet points that specifically direct students what their lab report and journal entry here should include. We'd be remiss if we didn't highlight the references here at the end of the document. These were source material for a lot of the material that we put together.
All right. Thank you.
Thank you.